This is a presentation of the eNet Maintenance Dashboard software by PortCNC. This software is designed to be on multiple computers with one computer acting as the server. The operator on the floor can go to one of the workstations and select Enter Machine Maintenance. Once he does this, he can either enter in his employee number or scan his employee number or type it in here or by name. You put in his machine number or whatever you refer to the machine as, and the maintenance issue. This could be something you could scan in, or you could have a keyword that you would type in, or type in the full maintenance issue that you had. In this case, I'm just going to type in the word belt, which will replace it with what's wrong. I'll submit that issue, and now it's added to our dashboard. Once it's added to the dashboard, there'll be computers probably running a monitor through the shop that will have this maintenance dashboard. It could be in the maintenance department or other locations, which is going to go through and show the different issues. The issues can be multiple things. You can mark something in the morning as a high priority machine. This is something a supervisor could do, and that way those machines would automatically show up as high priority. When you enter something in maintenance, you would just automatically come up as maintenance requested. Once the maintenance personnel has started work on the machine, it would say maintenance in progress. You can set a time that if it's down for too long, it would go to excessive downtime and show up in that color. And lastly, if the machine needed parts and the maintenance guy had to pause on repairing, he could then check the parts on order so that you know that the parts are on order and you're waiting before the machine can run again. You can have your own logo displayed on all these screens, so it would show your company logo there. And you can pick the amount of time it takes to rotate through these items. Now I'm going to go to the assigned maintenance priority. This is something that a supervisor or a lead person could do in the morning. And this is where it would show all the machines that they have, and they could rotate through if they had multiple pages. In this case, you could just see the ones I have. On the second page, I do have a first page. And in this case, I do have a couple machines checked. You could clear them all and just go through and check them every day. But that's going to check the machines that were on high priority. I could also then pick maintenance action. And all of these items can be password protected so that the employee would have to enter in their password, which would automate who's doing the entry on the machine and allow them to not get into areas that you don't want them in. In this particular area, this would be some place that a maintenance person would go to, and so if he was working on something, he could click on it here to first say that it's in process now. And then if he goes back to the main screen, it would show it's in process. If he needed to order parts, he could come back in here again and click it, and he could say what the parts are. And it's going to switch to whatever colors you set up to show that parts are in order. If you needed to switch back off, that it's just waiting for maintenance, he could click it a third time. Once he completes the job, he could go to completed jobs and say what he did. And it would remove that item from the list. Then in the future, they could go back to the completed maintenance jobs and they could see those jobs there. They could sort it by a particular machine number, and it would show just the items for that machine number. Or they could go back to show all the machines. And then they could also print out a list of the ones they wanted. They could make this full screen or pick how they want to see that. Can also add preventive maintenance items. So the maintenance department could go in here and add items that they want, and they can do this on a weekly, monthly, or yearly basis. If they were to pick monthly or yearly, they could pick the day of the week or month they want. Otherwise, weekly, they could pick the day. Pick the machine number that they want to pick and what the description is. They click on one, they can come through and edit it or remove the item or save them in there. Anything you add to the preventive maintenance will automatically appear the next time that day comes. So if I added something here for a Monday, it would then every Monday morning would automatically add that item to the list so that the maintenance personnel would know that that needs to be taken care of. The last item here is going to be the configure menu. In the configure menu, you can pick things like what color that you want your different dashboard items to be. They can pick the font and the background color. They could pick that they want this screen to start maximized, what the rotation would be. If they wanted to automatically go into the enter maintenance screen, they could do that. The default screen when they call it up. Some of the features you have in this system also is it can automatically make a backup of the data files to a network location or some other backup path, just to make sure that you don't ever lose them. Some people prefer to do a 24-hour format rather than the 12-hour format. You can pick how many days that it's going to be considered excessive, how long before they archive the records, if you want them. Otherwise, you could leave this blank and it won't archive those. You can pick your custom logo, what you want. This is where you would enter in a password that you want to use, and you can do as many passwords as you want. You just separate them by commas. The passwords must be at least 3 characters long. The first spot is going to be for exiting and configuration. Second one is for the maintenance action items. This is for maintenance personnel. And the last one would be the assigned maintenance priority for like supervisors. You can also add it to your startup group so it starts up automatically, and pick what font that you want on the dashboard. Here's where you would enter in those special maintenance items. You would put in what the code number you want and what you want it to appear as when you're done. You can enter in all your machine numbers here. The system also has an email server that you can set up in here, so you can turn this on and have it automatically email people that you add to this list. This list is going to be by shift, so you could say what time your first shift and second shift and third shift start and end, and who you want to notify by email whenever a maintenance request is made or whenever the job is being worked on. It can automatically notify those people, and you would set that up in here. So that way, whenever those items are entered, they would automatically contact those people. You can also just display a machine analysis screen that will give you an idea of the current machines, which ones have been down the longest. It's going to show you the machine number, how long they've been down for maintenance, or on the maintenance dashboard. You'll have the historical view that will show you the active machines that are on maintenance and everything that's been on maintenance in the past, so that you can compare how you did today compared to yesterday, this week compared to at this point last week, or the entire week, or for the last 4 weeks or the previous 4 weeks before that. Give you a better idea how you're performing. And also the top 5 pieces of equipment that are down the most. This will look at all the data collected again. That's basically a quick summary of what the maintenance dashboard's doing. If you have any questions, please contact your reseller or our office, and we can help you with more information on that. Thank you very much.